Hi, everyone. I'm Julie Bloss with the Center of Early Learning with NAESP, the National Association of Elementary School Principals. And it's my pleasure to spend time with you today with Leslie Selberg. She's an aspiring principal from Portugal that I met during the Principal Leadership for Early Grades course that's offered through the NAESP Association. We spent maybe 8 months together, meeting every other week during the nighttime, during my time of 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. But in Portugal, that was actually at midnight. Now, let me tell you how special this aspiring principal is. Anyone who would take a course in early learning and meet at midnight, well, this is somebody that you need to know more about. So welcome, Leslie. I'm really excited to visit with you today and to introduce you to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Julie. It is an absolute honor to be here with you and to finally get to meet you in person after all of these months.
So I guess we should tell everyone where we're at. We're in Nashville, Tennessee at the National Conference, podcasting together. And I just am really happy to meet you, like you said, face to face after seeing you on Zoom during the course every other week for 8 months. And one thing that really strikes me is, as an aspiring principal in an international country, is that why you chose to take the course in early learning leadership? Were you just looking for more information and content?
Well, about a year ago, I was tapped to kind of start taking over for the retiring elementary principal who will be retiring in August of 2025. And I'm coming from fine arts. I just finished up my 20th year of being a music teacher and for the over 10 years being the fine arts coordinator. So I know everything about fine arts. But going into this role, I knew that I need to find some kind of foundation in early childhood skills and knowledge. And this just seemed like the perfect fit, especially being online and being at a time, being midnight, where nothing conflicted. So it worked out absolutely beautifully.
That is awesome. You know, the course, the way it's set up, is for anyone working in early learning. So it could be for an aspiring principal, it could be for a new principal, it could be for a seasoned principal. And it is set up so that during the weeks, the 2-week sessions, principals can work on their own. And then we come together for 1 hour and we really talk, we visit, we give practical ideas and information. We collaborate with each other to discuss what we learned individually during the weeks.
It is. And I tell you, there was something so practical right off the bat. I remember our second meeting, I had complained about the barnacles. We had trouble getting our 3 and 4-year-olds out of the car and into school. And these barnacles just didn't want to go. And really, the parents didn't want to let them go either. And I remember one of the slides that you were showing us was about maybe having tricycles getting into the building or lollipops or goodness, I think there was something with feeding the goldfish. Well, there was something on smelly lotions. And so I thought, you know what? I have a whole bunch of those at home. I'm going to bring my most fabulous lotions. And by golly, it worked. So practical ideas, yes. The day after, I was using everything that you had taught me. And I was able to get those barnacles into the classroom and they were as happy as clams.
That's great. You know, I think it's really empowering anytime principals can come together and really problem solve together. And so that is definitely a great takeaway from the course that I've heard from several principals. It's that connection, that networking piece of taking the course together. It's not just the content from the course, but the power of connection and networking, because here we are. We know each other now, and anytime in the future, you can always reach out to me or the amazing Dr. Gracie Branch. Now, we have to talk about her because she, of course, is the executive director of professional learning within AESP, and she was in the course each week with us. And like I said, anyone who takes the course has access to NAESP for support anytime afterwards. So what were some other key takeaways from taking the course?
So many different takeaways, but once again, to kind of talk about the collaboration, it was wonderful being able to take up anything with you all in the class. We were a relatively small class, so there was quite a bit of time and opportunities to talk. But some of the greatest takeaways, establishing that great vision and mission for our EC team was just brilliant. Just making sure that everybody is aligned and on board and striving for that student excellence. And then another great takeaway was promoting a culture of continuous improvement. That was wonderful, and seeing how data really impacts the decisions that we make for our students. That was absolutely tremendous, and I'm really, really grateful for all those collaborative opportunities. It was just a safe environment for us to toss ideas around, and I'm very grateful for that.
I love that. Each time we met as a class, I was surprised. Although I'm a seasoned veteran and I've been in the field a long, long time, I'm always surprised at the diversity in programs, in states, in classrooms, in schools. It was so interesting to me to hear personal stories of things occurring across each landscape as principals shared. I just always found that interesting as we listened to each other.
And I was really, me too. And I was really, really grateful for all those homework assignments you assigned because I was able to take those back to the senior management team and ask our current leaders and actually our former director as well. Well, what do you think about this? And it really, truly sparked a whole bunch of wonderful conversations at our school.
Well, I always appreciate reflection. So, when people hear the word homework, I don't want them to become afraid because it really is just really a minute to reflect upon your current practice and then talk with your team or your staff and go, I wonder, is there anything we might change? We might think about doing differently, or is this a time of celebration? It might be reflecting and going, we're doing a really good job here and we need to celebrate the good things that are happening in our school.
And that is exactly what happened through those homework. I hate calling it homework, but through those homework opportunities, I was able to reflect on all those wonderful things that we were currently doing and kind of think, oh, well, maybe we should be doing this, or this is how we can expand that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very grateful for those opportunities.
So you came all the way here for your first NAESP conference.
Yes, I have. It is tremendous. It is overwhelming. I am so grateful for all the knowledge, but my mind is going in so many different directions. So I'm very grateful for my time back at the hotel where I get to sort out all my thoughts. I am just overwhelmed with the amount of information and knowledge that everybody has to share. It has been great.
It is really, I'd say, a wonderful opportunity to see in person maybe the different people that you've gotten to know through social media.
Oh, completely. Getting to see you in person and Gracie,
thank you.
Honor. It's just been such a wonderful opportunity for me.
And then to hear different speakers and, of course, to visit the vendors. And to take new ideas back to your school, maybe to talk about funding or to think about trying on your own.
Completely. We're kind of isolated in Europe. So being able to be stateside and see all these wonderful exhibitors has been tremendous, and getting information and new ideas. It's been truly a rewarding experience. And I'm looking forward to bringing all that information back to my school in Portugal.
You're from Portugal and I'm from rural Oklahoma. So I remember when I first became an assistant principal, my superintendent insisted that I join NAESP and become an active member because he knew that I was in an isolated area and I was new. I was so green, Leslie. I was so young and new. He knew that I would need support and that I would need to be supported by colleagues, not just from my area of the state of Oklahoma, but he really wanted me to have new ideas. He wanted me to be innovative. He wanted me to be on the cusp, the brink, and to bring all of those things to my school in little old Grove, Oklahoma. And so that's why he had a vision for me to belong to a national organization. Even back then, before we had social media, even before we had so many digital resources and tools accessible to us. And now the world, is literally at our fingertips. And I think that you and I have a connection, and here we are sitting together with each other. and you have a connection now. You've been here in person. You've met all of these amazing people, and you can go back to your school and begin your principalship. So
You've hit it on the nail. You really have. I have my cheerleading department over back at the school, but now I feel like through the NAESP, I have that as well here. And I have this community of support that I'm internally grateful for.
yes, and NAESP offers so many resources to you. You know, we offer the Center of Early Learning. We offer the Center for Aspiring Principals. And we offer the great platform online where there are just a ton of resources available to you. So as you think about returning to Portugal, what how do you even begin to prepare for that?
I think staying connected and being a part of those communities. I'm so grateful to have been a part of that class. And so in my head, I have all these things that I need to be looking at, but making sure I'm still connecting with my classmates, with you and Gracie and Honor, and being a part of those communities will certainly be helpful as I continue towards or through my leadership journey.
So I'm guessing what you're saying is you definitely would encourage others to join NAESP.
Definitely. You will have a large cheerleader base. Definitely. There's so much information to be had, especially being so green, being a newbie.
I think so. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned veteran, I think it's definitely important that you continue your professional learning. And now more than ever, you are supported by colleagues across our country and internationally.
Across the world.
That's right. Well, thank you, Leslie, for spending time with me today. I wish you all the best and I just can't wait to see what happens in your school.
And thank you, Julie, for all of your support. I am so, so grateful for all the knowledge that you've shared with us over the past almost 10 months now. So thank you.
If any listeners are interested in joining the Center for Early Learning Leadership, or if anyone would like to take the principal leadership for the early grades course, you can find more information on the NAESP website, and we would love for you to join us.